G'day people, it's Graham here, and in this video you're going to learn how to quit your addiction. Now this is pertinent because a mate of mine who's been clean for a while recently said to me that he'd come this close to using drugs again. And I was thinking to myself, for fuck's sake, are we still dealing with this kind of bullshit? Look people, you don't need to go to a zillion meetings where you hang around having a pity party with other people who also haven't worked out how to solve the problem that you have yet. Especially when you've got like a dozen steps, the first of which is to pretend that you're powerless. You're not fucking powerless. I mean, you're trying to tell me that the drugs just leapt into your arm all by themselves? Or the stuff just blew itself up your nose? Or the bottle of alcohol just sucked itself into your own face? The telephone picked itself up, rang the drug dealer, and then organised for the car to come round, ripped you out of your apartment and threw you in and took you off to buy the shit? Like, I don't think so. How are you going to have any power in the real world if you go around telling people that you're powerless over your own behaviour? The way that you quit your addictive cycle is to step into your power, not out of it. Oh yeah, now before you go saying, oh yes, but Graham, you don't understand because you've never done drugs. You don't even drink much. I'm like, bullshit! This addictive behaviour is just driven by emotions. I have all the same emotions that you have. So I know what it's like to be overwhelmed with painful emotions that I just want to run away from. It's just that I've come up with some strategies for dealing with it that doesn't involve putting shit into my body that doesn't belong there. Now, I will admit that it's true that we have very little control over when we get emotionally triggered and the circumstances in which we're going to become overwhelmed with painful emotions. But there's a difference between being triggered and overwhelmed with a painful emotion and acting out in a self-destructive behaviour that leaves us feeling even worse next time around. That's what fuels the addictive cycle. So here's what you do. When you have the painful emotion, before you start indulging in the self-destructive behaviour, you put in a gap. You wait, count to 10. And during that time, you ponder to yourself, how am I feeling right now? And it's going to be one of the big 5. You're either feeling sad, you're feeling angry, you're feeling frightened, you're feeling guilty, or you're feeling ashamed. It's not fucking rocket science. But once you've worked out how it is that you're feeling, then you find a constructive way to express that, rather than indulging in the self-destructive behaviour designed to suppress or avoid the emotion. So if you're feeling sad, you might want to have a good cry about whatever you're sad about. If you're feeling frightened, you might need to sit and shake for a while, or find some way of establishing a sense of safety for yourself. If you're feeling angry, maybe there's someone that you need to go to and stand up to and say, hey, I'm really angry with you about this. Or if you're feeling guilty, perhaps you need to go and make amends with someone. Or maybe just stop beating yourself up so much over things that don't really matter. And if you're feeling ashamed, maybe you need to go and talk to someone and say, hey, this is a feeling that I've got. Get rid of the shame by sharing it and getting some love in return. Now, obviously, dealing with these kind of emotions on your own is near on impossible, which is why it really helps to find someone who will be non-judgmental about the way that you feel so that you can deal with those feelings and not have to engage in some kind of self-destructive behaviour that just sets you up for a fucked up life down the track. So, if that's of interest to you, if you're having emotions that are driving you to behave in ways that you don't like, that's leading you to addictions, drugs, alcohol, food, sex, I don't know, whatever it is for you, and you want to talk to someone about how you feel underneath all that so that you don't have to keep repeating these kind of addictive cycles, drop me a line, get in touch via the website, you can set up a Skype session, talk on the internet about how you feel. Got a bunch of processes for releasing this kind of stuff from your body, from your unconscious mind, from your psyche, and from your life, so that you can learn to deal with your emotions in ways that don't involve getting stuck in some kind of addictive cycle where you've got to go to shitloads of meetings all the time. Talk soon.